Hello everybody, it's Willis here, Kiwi Scrapper. This is my swap parcel from Sonya Stepto. It arrived the day before yesterday and I had to go and pick it up from the post office, but the post office is 12 kilometres in each direction from me and I wasn't able to get out and get it yesterday. So I popped down to the post office this afternoon and got it. So here you go. It's, Sonya Stepto is in Australia, as most of you, or many of you will know. We agreed to do a swap some weeks ago and Sonia's done the video of my swap to her, my swap package. And we agreed to make a gift item for one another. Sorry, just lifting up something there. Yeah, so we didn't specify what we were going to make for each other. We just decided that we would do something small for each other. So I've already cut open the package to save time. I haven't seen inside yet, but I only have 18 minutes on my camera, so I'm trying to do this in one take if possible. So here we go. Oh, okay. I'm guessing this might be the gift project. So I'm not going to open that yet. I'll pop that to one side over here, because I'll leave that till last. It may not be, but I'm guessing that's what it is. Oh, lace. White and lilac. Both favourite colours of mine. Now I've got to figure out how to... Oh, I had the same problem in another swap a couple of days ago that I couldn't open the packet. I hope I'm in frame. Let's just see. Oh, that's pretty. That's satin and lace frill. That's lovely. It'll go nice on projects. And this is the same one in, oops, the other way around. Same one in lilac. Oh, okay. It looks as if it's come undone there. I think the gathering must have come undone for some reason, so I'll just get that, do that again. That's pretty, isn't it? I love that colour, lilac. Or lavender, whatever you want to call it. I call it lilac. Oh, this is pretty. This is a wide one. It's like at least 4 inches wide. And it's lovely because if you don't want to use it as a piece, you can just cut it into motifs and you know, cut the flower out and gather up another piece of lace or something and put it in there and put in the centre. So that would be nice. Yeah, what you call an easy flower, but probably very pretty. So I should do that. I'm not going to put them back in the packages because it will just take up time. It's getting quite late at night, but I wanted to at least do the video, and I probably won't be able to upload it till the morning, but at least I'll do the video and see. I won't take all these out because I'll never get them back in again. Sonia's very clever at getting things back in packages, I've noticed, but I'm not like that. They'll go everywhere. So this is, I guess Sonya must have a something like a big shot, I'm thinking, because these are all different sizes and different cuts, and oh, that's a these are nice for putting into mini photo albums. Not that I've made one, but it's on my bucket list, of my craft bucket list of things to do. So I will be, and I guess these are quite good for putting on cards. I haven't ever made cards either, but that's something else on my wish bucket list. So that will happen. These are pretty. These are nice again for that's lovely, isn't it? That's really pretty for putting onto into mini albums. Everlasting. I hope I'm in frame here. It's just a plain one for writing on. and I guess that's the frame that it comes out of. Yep, so you put that round things. There's some little more flowers there, and that can go into a tag, I'll get onto a mini album. So thank you, Sonya, for that. I'll pop those over there. If I try and get them back in, I never will. Oh, this is nice, but pink and white. Another of my favourite colours, because if you do shabby chic, pink and white's always going to be a favourite colour. So I'm guessing these must have been cut out of something similar, because that's not hand cut. I'm guessing that these are like petals and centres. I could do angel wings out of that. It's joined. Another pair of angel wings that I could put on something. A little applique. There's just lots of different petals, and the little thing. Yeah, I guess she's got a oops, sorry, I'm bumping the camera here. I'm bumping the tripod all over the place. I guess she's got something like a big shot. I don't know whether big shots do fabric, but she wouldn't have cut these by hand, I guess. They're too precise, so they would have been done by some sort of machine, and I imagine that would be something like a big shot. I didn't know Big Shot cut fabrics, but I guess maybe it does. I would have to make inquiries. I was looking at one just today in a craft shop actually, but they were like close on $300, so New Zealand dollars. So I thought, no, I was not going to do that at the moment because I wouldn't get enough use out of it. I don't card make and things. I could do die cuts, I guess, on it, like people do. Okay, this is some more flowers. These look like they're a different style, different petals on them. So once I start card making, or when I start card making, I will do that. These will be quite good for that. I'll be able to do things with that. So I'll pop those over there. I won't put them in because if I start struggling to try and get them in, there'll be a lot of noise. I don't mind the noise, but some people don't like it, I'm sure. Oh, this is pretty. So he's going to get the crinkle noise now, I'm sorry. It always takes me so long to get into these packages. Everybody else seems to get into them so easily. And I just cannot ever find where they are. Maybe it's this way. Gosh, I tell you, you've got to have good eyesight. Even with my glasses on, I couldn't see that. Oh, that's lovely. That's very, very pretty. It's like isn't that gorgeous? That's beautiful. And it's quite a wide piece, probably about 8 inches wide. It's like a beautiful organza fabric, embroidered fabric. Beautiful, thank you, Sonya. That's gorgeous. Okay, so we've got a couple of serviettes there. I never knew how to use serviettes until I watched a shabby chic tag tutorial put on by or done by Lily Lineker on YouTube, and she was doing one on hers. She actually peels off the back, which is that bit there. Or is it? No, it's that bit there inside. Yeah, she peels that off and discards that, and then puts it onto something firmer and Mod Podges and goodness knows what. So I haven't done that yet, but that's something I will work towards. Oh, here's another serviette, matching serviette. It looks like some paper in there. Oh, that's nice. That's vintage, yes, vintage, I would say it's out of a church, old church hymnal, as they call them, hymn book. That's nice. I've got some A4 vintage sheet music, but these are actually out of an old book, an old songbook. So I imagine the type that, you know, in the pews at the churches and things. That's lovely. And you can use them in lots of different projects, and on cards, I guess. But they're quite, you know, they're really good and handy to have when you're doing tags and things. Oh, okay, here's some lace, some pages or creams, and some. Oh no, I'm going to have the same problem again. Yeah, that was easier. Ooh, just thankful for small mercies here. I managed to get it open without too much trouble. Oh, that's nice. That's a oops, wrong way around. That's pretty. That's brown with a little or is it the other way? No, I think it's that way. I guess, yes. That's nice. I haven't done any projects with brown in, but I do have one in mind. That's lovely. That's like a Venetian type lace. And these actually, if you know, if I didn't want all of it this colour, I can actually take bits off it and dye it with avocado skins, and they come up a beautiful lovely vintage pink. But this is actually a very pretty ivory colour. So, and you can cut sections off them and things like that. Well, that's pretty, isn't it? And again, this is the same, similar type of fabric, so they do actually dye very, very well. And you can cut them separate, and oh, I hope I'm not too close. Look, I'm way up close there, probably way out of. Better show you that one again because I may have been out of focus. Okay. It's late at night, and I think I'm a bit, must be a bit sleepy. That's lovely. That's pretty as well, isn't it? That looks like it might have been a one of those collar pieces. Isn't that pretty? And that's sort of a more of a white, whereas the other bits are more ivory. So they're very nice for vintage, your vintage style layouts and projects. Well, that's unusual. I haven't seen anything like that before. It's nice and soft. Oh, that is. It's almost like a. It's almost like a hand tatted one. Tatted, T-A-T-T-E-T, not tattooed. But that's lovely. I know Sonya crochets, but I don't think that's not crochet as far as I can tell. Thank you, Sonya, that's lovely. Ah, Sonya, a bag. Sonya's got lots of bags. She does heaps of things in bags. That's a very pretty pink one. I can never find bags anywhere. Although I went to the Christmas heirloom shop today and they had brown bags with Christmas heirloom written in here in fir tree, and I said, can I have an extra one please? So she threw in an extra one for me. And I'm going to keep that bag there. Who knows what I might do with it. I might do something absolutely wonderful with it. Oh, these are pretty. These are kind of like, I hope I'm not getting too close to the camera. It's kind of difficult. I might put my hand through here. They're like little silk pieces, silk ribbons, and they're not quite seam binding, I don't think. Well, they could be, I don't know. I've got some seam binding. I got some seam binding off eBay, and that's kind of like a crinkled. So, but they feel like silk, or it might be rayon, I guess. They're lovely. I'm going to have fun putting all these back. I think I might leave that till the morning. I think bed will be calling before that happens. They're pretty, aren't they? They're nice colours. That's a lovely peach. It's not a colour that I see often, but it is beautiful to work with. And of course I do a lot of work with pink and cream. So that will come in very handy. Thank you, Sonya. Oh, now this looks like crochet. So, I'm not sure. She may have done this herself. Did you do this yourself, Sonya? You have to tell me in the comments. Yeah, that's, I can't crochet. I can knit fancily, but I cannot crochet. And, I've always wanted to crochet. There's so many pretty things you can do with crochet, but I just can't do that. It's not one of my things that I can do. I'm sure if I put my mind to it, I could have, well, especially when I was younger, but now I think she might have done these, because these have got threads hanging off, so that might mean that they might be handmade by Sonya. Aren't they lovely? That's very fine thread as well. I couldn't, even if I could crochet, I couldn't do it in fine thread like that, I'm sure. Oh no, this is beautiful. Wow. I think Sonya's made this, because I think that's the same as that lace there. See the two of them? And she's put these on. Isn't that pretty? That's very clever. Now, I wouldn't have thought of doing that, but that is lovely. That makes a lovely trim. Yeah, very, very pretty. And I'm sure there'll be a... Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? It's sewn around. Lovely. These images on silk. They're beautiful, aren't they? Great for doing your on tags and altered boxes and... Oops, daisy. This is lovely too. I like these two tag ones. Very pretty. And I guess you could do it yourself. If you were of a mind to do it. You could actually get two different laces of different sizes and colours and do them yourself. But I don't think I'll be doing that. I might be. When I retire. I keep saying I'm going to do stuff when I retire. Ooh, another pink bag. This is tied with pink twine. That's nice. I'll keep that. These pink bags are very pretty. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Look at that bag. Ooh, it's palest pink with gold butterflies. That's just lovely. I can see I'm already at just almost 17 and a half minutes, so I am going to have to do a part 2. I was trying to avoid that, but you can't rush these things. I love these little organza bags, and that's a very pretty one. Oh, look, lots of bling, and I'm going to keep these pink bags. I'm going to do something with those. Not just send off something else, but I'm going to try and do something fancy. I've seen Jeanette, who's Scrapping Happy, another Australian artiste. That's lovely. Now see, when Sonya did this with mine, she was able to scoop them all up and put them all neatly back, and no, I won't be able to do that at all. That's lovely. That's a little tiled one. Ooh, that's a big one. Big purple buttons there. And that's like the Venetian